Welcome to the BNI Early Bird podcast from Dubai. My name is Vipin Sharma, and today we have in studio Mr. Jay Thanki, who is the owner and co-founder of Swades Vegetarian Restaurant. Welcome, Jay.
Hi Vipin, how are you?
Very good, Jay. Jay, today I would like to talk about some crucial topics that comes in the restaurant industry. So my first question would be, because I've been living here in Dubai for the last 16 years, I've seen many restaurants coming in, very good brand names coming into Dubai. Some succeeded, some could not succeed. So what would be the reason why they are not able to succeed in this particular market?
So, you would have heard everyone's one of the dreams is to start a cafe or a restaurant. Of course, everyone's got a passion to start, and but the way it works is very, very different. Passion may not be enough to run a restaurant. There are two sides to it. One is opening a restaurant, and the second is running a restaurant. They both are a different game. Let's take it one by one. Now, you might have seen there are so many restaurants opening, but most of them, say 8 out of 10 close in 1 year's time. So the reasons are, I can probably tell you in 3 or 4 points. First one is cash flow. Now, in order to start a restaurant, you need a capital. So most of the people have this capital. Say in Dubai, you need 500,000 to a million or a 2 million, depending on the interiors you want to do, the size of the restaurant. That's just the capital. Now, in order to run the restaurant, every month you would need, say, 100, 200, 300,000 dirhams. So that turns out another million or 2 million to run a restaurant in a year in terms of working capital. So a lot of restaurants start thinking that, let's just start and see how it goes. But that doesn't work. You need to have cash in the bank in order to operate. The operating costs are a significant reason why a lot of restaurants get cash crunched and then they decide to either sell out or close the doors. So when I, recommend anyone to start a restaurant, I tell them to sit on the table, work out the finances, and if they have that much cash, say at least 2 million dirhams in the bank account just for this business, then start. Otherwise, I don't recommend them to start a cafe or a restaurant. This is the first reason. Second reason is, of course, the culture and the management. A lot of people invest a lot of hard-earned money to start a restaurant, but if the management, the team, they're not cognizant with the vision, they're not, if the owner himself is not involved, sometimes with the management to inculcate the culture they want, or, the user experience, the customers are not given that attention, then slowly, things fizzle out in years' time. And not many people can survive beyond 1 year. This is the second reason. And third reason is, of course, marketing. I think we have underestimated the importance of marketing. Initially, I'm just giving an example of our brand, Swades. This brand started in 2009. But of course, before that, my father, Mr. Jay Thanki, and my brother Rahul, they started this brand. But before that, Dad was here since 1978. He's been through from the bottom as a dishwasher to today owning 5 restaurants and many other businesses. So he's seen the market, and what he's realized is, the market has changed. Initially, it was only about word of mouth. So you used to recommend your friend, there is an amazing thali here, and the chart here is amazing, so let's just go and try. So word of mouth was working amazingly well for many, many years, until the digital era came, wherein, internet took over a lot of marketing. So, and especially the COVID in 2019 changed the game, wherein restaurants who are not with a delivery partner, who are not delivering through an online portal, are suffering, and they really closed down. Many of them closed down. But the restaurants which evolved are here to stay. Having all your aggregators, having your cost and control, and especially doing not just word of mouth, but digitally marketing well, SEOs, Instagram, Facebook. These are the avenues where we all are there most of the time during the day. So, restaurants have to reach out. So these are, I think, the main reasons why a restaurant makes it or breaks it.
Great. Thank you so much for this answer, Jay. We'll move on to the next question. So Jay, I keep hearing about menu engineering from my friends. Would you like to elaborate for all of us, what is menu engineering?
So, Vipin, being a restaurateur and from being a family background into restaurants, I have realized, and this is like it's not a big secret, but if you ask any experienced restaurateur, he will tell you everything starts with the menu. So, what as a restaurant, what any restaurateur would do, or even what we do, is first, if you want to start a concept or a brand, we first work the menu. What will be the concept? Indian, Thai, Chinese, Italian, Arabic. So first you decide the theme of the menu. Then you develop, what kind of things you want in that concept. Whether you want to do like a salad concept, a starter concept, or a full-fledged, buffet, or you want to do just a finger food concept, or you want to do dessert concept. So you have to know how many categories of food items you want in the menu. And then you further dwell into the items and the pricing. Now, when you develop a menu, that will decide how many chefs you need, what kind of chefs you need, how much space you need. All the nitty-gritty start with the menu. So, I believe if anyone wants to start a successful brand in food business, start with the menu. Menu will decide everything. Menu, the way we work our menu at Swades is that over the years we ask our customers, what they like, what they don't like in the menu, and slowly we start developing those concepts. So, for example, in our restaurant you will get something called as Gujarati breakfast thali. Mm-hmm. Now, breakfast and Gujarati are something that goes amazingly well together. Now, but none of the restaurants we saw, crack this concept, wherein we give an entire thali which has all the Gujarati items like fafda, jalebi, thepla, rassedar aloo, and sambhara. So these all in one thali. So this concept we created so that anyone who is looking for trying a Gujarati breakfast gets everything in one thali itself. Okay. And this has been a super hit for us. That's how we develop concepts. So this menu engineering will actually also decide whether a restaurant will make it or break it.
Yes, very true, very true. So Jay, we all know that location is key to the success of a restaurant. But what makes a location best?
So there is no perfect answer for this. We have been hearing that location is everything. Location, right? That's the term that in marketing we use. But it always doesn't work just the way it is. Of course, having a location of a restaurant in a very busy area, a dense area, will give you a lot of visibility, will give you a lot of walk-ins. But at the same time, if you are a known brand and if your location is not the best, people will still find you and come to you because your service is amazing, your product is amazing. So it all works in tandem. Location itself will not get you the best deal. Sometimes, even if you're not on the front-facing street where the rents are really high and you are on the backside of the street, but you're an amazing brand and your amazing food and the service, people will still come to you and you will do really well. So, I have realized, for example, one of our restaurant is in Discovery Gardens. It is not on the main street, but it's on the backside of the street. Initially, when we started there, a lot of people used to say, it's on the backside and you're a known brand. Why don't you, come on the main side? I said, see, if the rents are 30 or 40% less on the backside, I will still prefer a lower rent. The reason is, it is in the same vicinity, and restaurants burn a lot of cash in rent. One of the main reasons why restaurants fail is that they go for a much higher rent, and then what you end up doing is you're working for the landlord and not working for you. So of course you have to be strategically located in the community where you want to be. That location matters more than the location of the restaurant in the community. So if you're in a community which you can cover a radius of 12 kilometers or more for deliveries, and which has parking for dining, customers, that works the best as per me. And, in Dubai now, Dubai is expanding. Dubai is growing. Earlier, it used to be only in Bardubai, in Dera. Mm-hmm. So my dad started when, his restaurant journey from Dera and Bardubai. The entire public of Dera and Dubai has moved to then Karama. Then they moved to, downtown. Then they moved to Silicon. They moved to Dubai South and, Marina. So the Dubai is spreading out. and it is important to cover these dense communities for established brands, like ours. So, and I would suggest if anyone's looking for a location, there are some key things which we do, and I think everyone should probably try it out. Is that when we start to look for a location, we go to that area for at least a month, on a daily basis. We go there in the morning, afternoon, evening, and at night. We see the walk-in of people in and around the shop. We also talk to the people in the community, all the shop owners in the community, whether our concept will work or not. We also talk to our customers who are staying in that community. Whether do you think if our brand comes in, do you think we'll be able to make a success? So you do your secondary research and not just rely on the research on internet. You have to do a lot of legwork to be confident that your brand will be successful in that particular location. So it's not just about location; it is everything together. But location has an important factor.
Yes, very rightly said, Jay. Thank you for that answer. And finally, I'll ask you the million-dollar question. How do we look at the cloud kitchens? There is a barrage of cloud kitchens that are opening up all across Dubai. What makes them successful? What makes them to fail? And are they value adding to the customer's requirement?
Right. So I'm sure everyone's hearing about cloud kitchens these days. There are many renowned brands of cloud kitchens in Dubai. Now the cloud kitchen works on a sharing model, which is basically you have a space, and in that space there are multiple kitchens. Multiple brands can work from and operate from a single unit. Now, and they share the Wi-Fi, they share the facility in terms of many things, and then they save the cost for that. Now, this cloud kitchen concept works amazingly well for new brand concepts, I feel, because they really need to work on a low asset model, wherein they don't have to purchase too many things or rent a big space. So they can try out their concept in a smaller concept like a cloud kitchen, and once they are successful, they normally move on to a actual larger space and a full-fledged restaurant or a cafe. That's what I've seen. That should be the journey. But what normally happens in cloud kitchens is because some people who are not very well versed with the finances that they may incur by getting into cloud kitchens, they end up paying very high rents on cloud kitchens. Sometimes I've seen some brands paying say 15 to 18,000 per month, rents or the overall cost in the cloud kitchen. But they could actually rent a bigger space, much bigger space of their own for this much amount on the street. So, it is very important to negotiate when you're renting out the cloud kitchen in terms of what you're getting into. And, cloud kitchens work for some and they don't work for some. So, it may not be a great idea for an established brand who already has a name in the market to go into a cloud kitchen. It is better to expand organically through your own stores across Dubai. Dubai is expanding, so it is not always a cloud kitchen as an option for an established brand. But yeah, for new concepts, I think you guys should go for a cloud kitchen. Try out your brand, see how it goes, maybe in a 6 month or a year. But I would suggest don't stop there, because see, from a cloud kitchen you may be able to cater 40-50 deliveries a day, which will make you break even if your ticket size is say 50 dirham per order. But if you really want to make money in restaurants, you need both dining and deliveries. So I would suggest cloud kitchen could be a step 1, but don't stop at step 1. Go to step 2 and 3, which is having your own full-fledged restaurant outside. So another thing, Vipin, is interesting is cloud kitchens. I get asked by a few friends in the industry whether they make money in a cloud kitchen or not. So I tell them that see, it's a choice where 30 to 35% is a food cost in a cloud kitchen, and the aggregators take another 30-35%, and then you're left with another 20-25%, wherein you have to pay the rent, you have to pay the salaries, you have to pay the miscellaneous cost of running the restaurant. So normally a cloud kitchen makes 10 to 15% net profit if they're doing things well. If that is a starting point for some, I think cloud kitchen is a good option. But yeah, normally a restaurant business, if they're doing a full-fledged restaurant business, if they're ticking all the boxes, then they could get anything more than 20-25% on an average as a net profit. So I think that covers most of the answers for cloud kitchens on also choosing between a cloud kitchen and a restaurant.
Definitely. It's very clear now. Thank you, Jay. Thank you so much for visiting us. Thank you for taking your time to visit us in our studio. We got to learn a lot about the restaurant industry and how you can have a very good restaurant business here, and what to do with the restaurant business and what we should not do in restaurant business. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Vipin. Thank you so much.